The water, Captain. Everything went smoothly. Is everything okay?
No. The ignition key for the crystal. I can't find it anywhere. Without it, we can't even start.
Come on, just relax. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Good Lord, now I remember. 20 years ago, when I got back from Baranor without the automatons, everybody was really very hard on me, you know.
Captain, I don't really see what you...
So I spent the whole night in the tavern. You should have seen the state I was in when I got back to the Bridge of the Crystal and... And then I threw the crystal's ignition key into the water. I swore I'd never set sail on the cursed waters of the lake again.
So that's it? The ignition key is lost forever?
Yeah. I'm afraid so. I'm really sorry, Kate, but we're stuck. I've made a complete mess of everything again. Again.
There has to be a duplicate for the key.
I don't know. At any rate, when Steiner finished building the crystal, he only actually gave me the one.
I saw a model of the crystal at Simon Steiner's. Is he the one who designed the ship?
Yes, of course.
Maybe he could be of some help then.
Maybe. Who knows?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Captain. I'll find a solution to the key problem.
If you say so.
Kate, how are the preparations with the captain coming along?
We're making progress, but actually we need some help from your grandfather. Is he here?
He just left for the clinic with the artificial leg he made for the Yuko guide, Kirk. I'm minding the shop until he gets back. Maybe I can help you with something?
It seems the captain has misplaced the ignition key for the crystal, and without it we won't be able to leave. So as it was your grandfather who designed the crystal, I figured he just might have a duplicate.
I have to admit, I don't see where you could get one of those. Apart from the model downstairs, I don't think he kept a lot of souvenirs of the time when he built the crystal.
Would you mind if I had a look?
Of course not. Here, take this. It'll let you look at the model close up.
So, Steiner had the time to finish the prosthesis. Perfect. An ignition key. But it looks far too small for the crystal. The duplication worked, but I get the impression it's not the right size.
Don't worry. As soon as Grandfather gets back here with Kirk, I'll tell them to join you straight away on the crystal.
Fantastic, Kate. I have to admit, you really know how to get things done.
Thank you, Captain. Are there any other preparations to carry out?
There's just one last problem to solve. The locks we need to use to get out onto the lake. They're shut by order of the town hall. You have to find some way to get them open.
What do you suggest?
The best thing to do is to ask Mayor Bulyakin for the authorization to reopen them. But just to give you fair warning, he's about as straight as a crooked waterspout, so you mind him. Or you could just get a hold of some explosives and then kaboom!
First, I'll try talking to the mayor. Thanks, Captain.
Legitimate concerns.
Excuse me. What's happening here?
Isn't it obvious? We're demonstrating against having the Yukon nomads parked on our doorsteps.
But what for?
Since they came to Valsambor, there's been no end to the shoplifting and vandalism, and on top of that, their souk is taking our customers. Mayor Bulyakin has to do something, and fast. We're not leaving until he receives our delegation.
But why won't the mayor talk to you?
Because he's a schmuck. He wants the nomads to continue their migration as much as us, but he's too afraid of annoying his higher-ups. And while he's gaining time by playing both sides of the board, we're watching our sales go through the floor.
The authorities are asking the mayor to prevent the migration from continuing? They want the Yukos to stay blocked in Valsambor?
That's what people are saying, but if you want my opinion, the only thing the mayor is waiting for is someone to get rid of those savages without him having to get his hands dirty.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes? What now?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. Please forgive me for intruding like this without an appointment at all, but I'd just like to start off by saying thank you for your time. I know how precious it is.
You are completely forgiven, my dear lady. How can I help?
Do you think it would be possible to open the locks in the port?
I beg your pardon? Did you say the locks? What on earth for?
I'm actually accompanying the Yukon tribe on their long journey right now, Mr. Mayor. I've asked Captain Obo if he would take us to the other side of the lake on the Crystal to now dusk.
Oh, Captain Obo, the Crystal, the Yukons. Do go on. Anyway, it would be very ungracious of me if I were to criticize you for removing that burden from our good town. Nonetheless, I'm afraid I must refuse your request, dear lady. The locks will remain closed until further notice. This decision came from above, you understand?
Listen, Mr. Mayor. You and I both know that the real problem is that you want to keep your voters' support without ticking off your superiors. And I might just be able to help you.
Really? And exactly how might that be?
Open the locks and I'll leave with the Yukons. Then you just have to tell the authorities that I committed some kind of sabotage. They'll gladly believe you. I have a very bad reputation, you know. And that way, you'll come out smelling like a rose.
Well, I have to admit, dear lady, that your arguments have convinced me. I am authorizing you to open the port locks so the Crystal can leave. Nonetheless, you should know that there is a technical problem that means the locks have to be opened manually. I imagine that such an inconvenience isn't likely to deter a woman as determined and resourceful as you.
Do you mean that?
Yes, as the local technician is absent, I'm afraid you'll have to delve into the murky waters yourself to open the locks. Nonetheless, this should help you use the underwater mechanism.
But how am I supposed to dive?
That, dear lady, is your problem, I suppose. Do have an excellent day.
Well?
The mayor gave us authorization to open the locks, but I have to do it manually, by diving down into the port.
I can probably help. There should still be some old diving equipment you can use in that shed at the end of the seawall.
I've never gone diving. But if you think I'll be fine down there, I don't mind trying.
This has to stay between the two of us, Kate. There's something you need to know about the locks. They're also there to stop the lake monster from entering the port. Anyway, that's what I heard. But at this time of day, there's no risk. That spawn of hell sleeps all day.
Where's a suit I can use?
Meet me in the shed at the far end of the seawall. There should be something just about your size. I mean, near enough, anyway.
Do you really believe there's a monster down there in that lake?
You know, 20 years ago, it really wasn't Paranor that I was afraid of. Not the deaths, the radiation. That's what people say, but the truth is that it was actually that damn monster that made me scoot away like a minnow. It was lurking around Paranor, drawn by the stench of the graves, probably. I saw its red eyes staring at me, Miss Walker. That's something you never forget.
Underwater? How am I supposed to open the lock gates?
They're kept in place with some kind of steel locks. Just try and pull them out using their mechanism.
All right. There's nothing to it.
Meet me in the shed at the end of the seawall. Diving equipment you'll need is in the shed there.
Not a chance. No way. No way. try something else. Nothing. could have left these marks?
Well done, Kate. I couldn't have done better myself.
Well, if everything's ready, I'll go and get the Ukels right away.
In the meantime, I'll go and make sure that everything's all set. By the time you come back here with the nomads, we'll just have to cast off.
Perfect. I'll see you later, Captain.
Miss Kate Walker found another way for Ukels to cross Sacred Lake?
Yes, it's unbelievable. I found a boat that can take all of you and your herd, too. The captain, Captain Obo, is waiting for us at the port.
First, we all must wait Kirk, guide of Ukels, made like new with his new magic leg.
Simon Steiner, the Valsenburg clockmaker, finished Kirk's prosthesis and took it to the clinic. They're going to come down together and meet us on board the Crystal.
So Ukels make use of night to pick up entire camp. Much work for us tonight.
Ha! Well done! Great! Now we're really getting somewhere.
It's just a minor setback. As long as their spiritual guide is here, in our hands, the nomads are going nowhere.
I hope you know what you're doing, Olga Efimova. The rest of my men won't be arriving for another few hours. It'll be hard to keep those savages here without breaking heads. And I don't want to create a scandal here in Valsenburg.
Don't worry, Colonel. If we do it my way, we won't need your army of mercenaries to solve the Ukel problem once and for all.
My God, what on earth can they be doing? What are they doing?
Please calm down, Captain. Sarah promised to send Steiner and Kirk down as soon as they get there from the clinic. I'm sure they'll show up.
It doesn't matter if they turn up now or an hour from now. We were supposed to leave before nighttime. I'm warning you, there's no way I'm taking my ship out onto the lake just when it's the monster's mealtime.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, we can leave tomorrow at dawn. Until then, I'll go see how everyone is getting on. And you try and calm down a bit. Everything will be fine, Captain. Everything okay?
Kirk still not come here. Spirits send very big dark clouds. Spirits always react fast. Them not like change of way any time in Great Migration.
Don't worry about Kirk. The clockmaker Steiner will bring him back here very soon.
Too long to come back. Not really good sign. Must worry Miss Kate Walker also.
What do you think of the crystal?
Ayahuasca preferred tent, not like this floating house.
Avoiding Baranur by going through Now Dusk is a problem for you?
Spirits sometimes like procedure, you know.
Don't you think they'd rather tolerate a minor detour instead of seeing the entire Ukel people contaminated?
Bad atmosphere in Baranor is like challenge set for us by spirits on our route. They don't like to see tribe run from signs of trouble.
Try to stay positive, okay? I'm sure everything will go smoothly.
Boat must not leave at night, Miss Catawalk.
Who'll need much, much fresh air when ostriches leave?
Nanook metal really safe?
What on earth are they doing? My God! I'm warning you, there's no question of us leaving at night. God, we'll leave during the day, she said. She'd give it straight back between the eyes.
Sarah, is everything all right?
It's grandfather. He hasn't come back from the clinic.
Maybe putting on Kirk's prosthesis took more time than he thought it would.
That's just what I thought too. But when I took the funicular to go look for him in the clinic, I saw everything up there has been closed up, and there are armed men in the lobby.
Maybe those are the soldiers with that colonel who's chasing us.
They're holding grandfather. I just know it. I have to go save him.
Young Takmoon is right. Miss Kate Walker must hurry and go back to clinic and save Kirk.
And grandfather, what will you do about him?
No way, I won't leave anyone behind.
Miss Kate Walker must not forget all the things that Yukels did for her.
Remember, you owe grandfather a lot too.
Calm down, both of you. I'll bring them back, but I need the two of you to keep your heads.
Miss Kate Walker must take this. We'll need it up there.
What's that? And how can you know what I might need?
Spirits not just send really bad signs. Now, Miss Kate Walker must return back in clinic.
I'm off. In the meantime, tell the captain to be ready to leave. Too bad if it's dark out. If the colonel and his men are really up there, we'll need to leave the second I come back here with Kirk. No power.
Listen to my voice, young Yukol. Listen to the voice of a very dear friend. Kirk, you are the guide of your people. He who shows his Yukol brothers the path of modernity and progress. These archaic migrations that you persist in perpetuating are now but ridiculous reflexes. You must take your people back where they came from and have them settle down. Build real houses, schools, and factories. The nomadic life will no longer be possible in the world of tomorrow.
Judging by the equipment in there, those soldiers aren't joking around. A military device. Sarah was right.
And if the American comes, Colonel?
Can't
If she's
leave while
actually
they're
mad
still
enough to try and
there.
save her nomad friend,
As for taking them on-
neutralize her.
And the young nomad?
This is Dr. Olga Efimova.
Come in. Over.
What's wrong, Olga?
Meet me in the sick ward right away, Colonel.
Why? What on earth's going on?
I can't talk to you right now. I'll tell you when you get here.
But hurry up, please. And bring your men.
Quickly.
I hope you're not disturbing us for nothing, Olga Efimova.
Miss Walker, come quickly!
Dr. Zamiatine, but what's going on?
It's Olga. She has brought her soldier friends into the clinic. Just after Steiner fitted Kirk's prosthesis. Then the soldiers wanted to stop them from leaving. Steiner refused to listen to them. He kicked up a fuss. So they worked him over. My friend had an attack.
Miss Walker,
I'm here, Mr. Steiner.
you have to save young Kirk. That woman, Olga, she's a real monster, you know. Your enemy, and that, Colonel. Protect the Yukols from those criminals. Make sure they get to their destination.
You can count on me, Mr. Steiner. Steiner, are you all right?
With a bit of rest, some medication, and a little luck, yes. But please now, you really must hurry and help young Kirk, Miss Walker.
My dear Miss Walker, your medallion, the heart, you know, it's in very good condition. It contains a lot of essential data from an XZ-2000 automaton. Everything as it were. You understand, On that particular model, the heart and intelligence were intermingled. So then, it wouldn't take all that much for you to get your friend Oscar back one day.
Yes, Mr. Steiner. Of course. I'll remember. Completely fascinated. Kirk? Listen to me, Kirk. You've got to snap out of it. He's unconscious. I have to wake him up. Another one of Olga's neuroleptics. Who knows how much she injected?
Kate Walker? What on earth are you doing here?
I'll explain later, Kirk. We have to get back to the tribe right away. They're waiting for us to cross the lake. I can't remove these restraints with just my hands.
There's a compartment down along the side of the bed. The staff handled it each time they released me.
There's a note stuck underneath. This travesty must weigh a ton. Oh, that banshee Olga took the time to tear up the code, of course. Oh, that banshee Olga took the time to tear up the code, of course. Not a chance.
Get them.
Thank you for coming back for me, Kate Walker. Did you see how fast I can run on my new leg?
Yes, Simon Steiner is definitely a genius craftsman.
Grandfather, did you find him? Isn't he with you now?
Your grandfather had another attack, I'm afraid. But Dr. Zamiatine stabilized him and is looking after him. He's got a good chance of making it this time, too.
Kate Walker, we have to go.
I have to go, Sarah. Thanks for everything you and your grandfather have done for us.
No, but thank you, Kate. Here, please take this scarf so that you will remember us.
It's magnificent. Thank you, Sarah.
Goodbye, Kate Walker.
You have underestimated that woman, Dr. Olga Efimova.
Doubtless. But the game isn't over yet, Colonel.
Indeed. And we are going to change the rules as well.